Hello guys, Zanitor here, and welcome back to City Skylines. It has been a little bit for you guys, but I have been playing this game pretty much every single day since about mid-April, and I've put in right around well, not 100 hours, probably right around 40 hours in on a Let's Play series that I've been working on. In fact, it is Vanilla Boys, so you can see 95,000 population. It is absolutely insane, but I'm loving it. I've spent a lot of time working on it, and I'm really excited to be releasing that semi-soon. I'm going to start kind of putting them live at some point, but there's some stuff that I can't do because I've not done some scenarios. I need to be able to do some scenarios and win the scenarios, so if I win, I end up getting some new cool stuff. And that is very, very cool, so probably need to do that. So that's what we're going to do today. I guess we'll start with the old City of Gardens. The scenario is all about making a small industrial city of peach trees, comfortable place to live in, construct 10 different buildings, or 10 different park and plaza buildings, 15,000 squares of organic and local produce specialization built, average citizen happiness over 85%, and population over 50,000. Now, I don't know where we start with this. Let's give it a go and see what we can do. I've been wanting to try this because obviously I want to unlock things to be able to have more of the, what are they called? Like the unique buildings and everything like that. That's what I've been going for, because I'd like to put all of them in my new city. I've got like a good amount of everything. It's just getting to that point. So we'll see if we can get there. I got to do like the whole, like keep the crime at like a pretty high rate at some point too. But yeah, we'll see how that goes within due time, I guess. And I'm doing the entire one. The reason I called the map Vanilla Boys is because I'm doing it completely vanilla. I have no mods. I have literally nothing. The only thing I have is all the DLCs. Some of the little, like, kind of, you know, city expansion things they done. I actually only got, like, high-tech housing yesterday. They sent me, I didn't even realize I didn't have it, so I just, well, we have a thing where I can just get a code from a thing, so I just got a code for it, and, managed to get it downloaded. I was like, well, there we go, now I've got something new to play, so that's fun, and it's got some other cool little, bits and bobs, so I'm excited for that. But, yeah, the loading, taking a good little bit because, I mean, it's having to load a city now. You should see how long it takes to load my city. That's a whole different ordeal. But okay, so we got to keep the citizens' happiness quite a bit higher. Does it tell me, like, the win? Here we go. So we got to average city. Oh, that's to win it, I see. So we lose if we go under population, and if we go... Oh, if we have played 30 weeks and that's under that. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so before we unpause, let's see where our resources are for whatever we may need. Okay. So it wants me to build, wasn't it like some sort of like specialization of some sort? Of organic and local produce specialization. Oh, that's just the product. Oh, that's the easier actually. Okay. I mean, this isn't great, obviously. We got a lot of buildings to sort of dissect, or not dissect, but destroy here. So that's a good place to start for sure. So we'll do that. We got to get it up to 50,000 people as well, which is going to be interesting. Shouldn't take too long though. So there we go. We got that. Looks like trash is an issue. We can go, well actually, how full is this? So not too full, that's fine. We'll get an incinerator at some point, but we're at 5,000 people, so this is actually going to take a little bit longer than I think it'd be imaginable, but we'll see. How are we with, okay, so we got like a half decent amount of housing and everything too. Let's fill those in. No harm of keeping that out of the, or keeping them out. So yeah, we've got like a decent amount of people. We've got a lot of pollution, that's for sure. I think I just undid something, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and pop these guys on in here. How are we powered? I'm going to assume we're powered by what's it called? Coal. Because this was green cities and I feel like trying to make it clean. Yeah, it looks like that is a coal plant, so that's fine. 2 of them actually, so that's even better. Good to know what it's powered off of. Why is that there? What? Take that away. Alright, so let's go ahead while we just kind of have it paused. We might as well come on in here, and we're going to be a little bit cheeky here and come around right to say right through here. Then for the meantime, we will connect some of these up, which apologies to some of these households, but it is for the progress of better life here. And let's go ahead and do this. And I wonder if we can take a hit. We're going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work. I could just fail this instantly, but kind of no like harm in trying, I guess. So organic produce, we'll do that. And then we'll also go ahead and make it like high-tech housing. Or wait, we don't even need that actually, do we? That's not... No, that's not even asked for. So I'd probably just be self-sufficient. That'd probably just be like making it a lot harder on myself. So let's do that. And let's go ahead and start getting some of this in here. So we're going to need all of this area sort of being filled in. And we need like parks and plazas, so that's going to be something to make sure to utilize here as well. Got like a little hailstorm happening outside. I can hear a lot of rain. So there we go. So yeah, we got a lot of issues up over here. I think it's just so much industry for so many people. I don't think we need that much, personally, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff's just pretty pointless all in all, isn't it? I feel like we could really downscale that quite a bit more. And maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea. Make everyone happier, that's for sure. Let's downscale this, and maybe they'll be able to have some more jobs down this way. And then this area will kind of clean up, and then maybe I can connect the 2 areas. When in fact, we'll even go ahead and just do that now. So one thing I always do with these 4-lane roads, which you'll see a lot in my series coming up, is I do not believe in having lights on these junctions unless it's like mega busy, but even then, just because like people can figure their own selves out, it's fine. Here I would, because it's a big road to a big road, but here it's fine. They'll be fine. So how are we doing? Oh yeah, we need to pop this up. Very important. And through here as well. So yeah, this should slowly dissipate, which is going to be great. And let's go ahead, actually. We can build some little fun bits off of here of neighborhoods. Do the happy little cactus, as I always call this maneuver. And then there we go. Then we can actually put some more housing within here. And that's dissipating, so it'll be okay to have there. I thought that was literally called My Street, and I was like, wow, that's pretty descriptive actually. But there we go. So something like that maybe. You know, kind of get them started through here, and then we can yeah, we need more. The good thing about having more commercials, we need more people to be able to run said businesses, so we can do something like that. Then maybe we'll like connect up within here, and then can kind of do a little bit of this. We'll leave a little open area there to be able to maybe put in like a... Let's see, where is that? The playground? It is indeed. Let's put the playground in right there. So we have a nice little playground to make the area happy. How are we for schooling? Pretty poor. So let's go ahead and get some schooling in here as well. Same with high schools, because we want to make sure people are happy. That's the main thing. It is actually the main thing, so I guess that does make sense. So let's go ahead and pop some of those in there too. So that's a good start. So we'll be able to have that. We got to get some more workers in here, and that's fine because we're going to get some more housing, which should bring in some more people. At least that is the dream. And then make sure this area has water. It does not. So there we go. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we're a little bit off on this too, so let's go and just put that on in there. And then for police coverage, we're not too bad, but again, we're trying to make people happy, not want to leave, so we'll add that in. This is a nice little map, actually. I don't think I've played with this one too much before. Now I do have the perks of having, you know, different water treatments and things like that that I may have not had beforehand. So I could, you know, if I wanted to switch to things like this to kind of get it out of the water, but I guess that can come with in due time. So yeah, we got some more of this being taken out. That's fine. You know what, you're going to fail anyways. You're going to fail, so why not? Is that not enough? Not enough customers. Okay. I guess there's quite a lot of things there. Hopefully this helps a little bit, having that there. We've already had one of these closed, but that's okay. And that's, yeah, that's covered pretty well. And we'll kind of run this on down over here too, just in case we get Fruity want to add anything else there. And we can even tuck more of this in over here. I think they only left previously because there was not enough customers before, but I think we're okay now. That is at least the hope. There's another coal plant there. So yeah, when we're able to get better sources of power, I'm sure they will be happier. You know, get some solar power or something like that in here. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there. We got some leveling up happening, so that's good to see. Very much so. Got a lot, like a good little bit of traffic. Is this lowland value? No, it's not enough customers again. That's fair. Let's move this as well. Let's just take it on over here too. In fact, I prefer personally having them all in one place and as close to the road as possible, so we don't want them, you know, coming and going all the time. One thing I will do here as well is I'm going to make a way for them just to get in here quickly. So they're not even messing with the people. And this should not be here. This should just be a way out, like so. There we go. That's better. And kind of again with this, actually, I don't feel like this is needed here. So take that away, turn those on, and we should be fine. Same with this. This should help with traffic a little bit too. That one I'll keep, but we'll go from there and see what happens. Alright, so how are we on everything in general? Traffic's not too bad. This intersection's kind of rough, but I think it should mellow out a little bit within time. So there we go. We're getting a little bit more low. We have a ton of necessity for residential now, so that's good to see. That means people are wanting to be here, and that's what we want. So let's start throwing them on in here on this little road we have made. We'll just keep them on the bits that we're definitely not going to expand off of currently. So here we go. Can put them right up against the housing there, and then we'll go to right here, because I'll probably go off the other bit. And same with there, pretty much. Alright, there we go. And again, if we want to, we could, you know, start biting into the other area. Once we get 7,500 people, we can trade out a little bit of this industry for some offices, but I think that will just, you know, slowly make its way as we're able to do that. But so far, so okay. I guess if I was to look at this, we'd probably already be, yeah, so that average happiness is going much better. The Parks and Plaza is much better. This is going to take a little bit. And the 50,000 people. It'll take a couple episodes to do this one. But hey, it's definitely much better than we were before, so that's great. Let's go ahead and add in some more things to make people happy through here. We're going to do a couple of... dog parks are always the easiest thing to make people happy, and that's condensed, or condensed, rather, I should say. So that's kind of what I'm going to start with, and then we'll see if we can fit in some, like, fun little things as well. Like, I love that park, so that's perfect. Education could be better, most certainly. So, wow, you can see them upgrading instantly. I'll keep it as is for now, and then I'll come in and make some adjustments as time permits. We can actually afford another area too if we already wanted to, which is pretty great, which I'm going to buy this. And the reason being is I'm going to move the industry a little bit more north, and then we'll make a new intersection just for industry. I think that'll be a little bit better for everyone involved. So let's go ahead and do just that. So let's, we can keep it on this side, why not? Well, no, there's more people living over here. Well, they're kind of in both same area in a way. Let's do it here anyways, because we don't want to give too much of an area to them. They don't need it. There we go. And then we'll have the ways in up here. Let's say like that, and then oops. So my plan is to basically basically copy that on both sides, and that'll be our start, just because I don't think we need that much to start with, really. And then easy way in, which I actually mean to use a 2-1 or a 2 lane, and I don't really want it to be that steep, but that's okay for now. And then we're going to do that. We are going to actually allow this to be 2-lane from this point on. And this one's going to be 2-lane till actually, oops, till actually there. To where this bit will converge to allowing a way out there. And coming off of here, we'll, oops, well, that worked about pretty well. We'll get you over to here. And then to get up from the other side, we'll have a way that does just that, but just the other way. And converges to there. So there we go. We got that all done. Nice and easy. We will go ahead and pop this area the best we can. Not really. I've not had to worry about saving money with pops, but I don't think I still have to too much, luckily. I have the regular one, don't I? Yeah. I might start doing this instead of polluting the water. I feel like it's a little, well, I don't know, it's alright. Alright, let's pause this briefly. These we will put kind of just in the main area here. And there we go. And then we're going to delete the industry here. Like such. Because that is living way too close. And then industry and industry. And industry there and here. And then we still will have a way for them to cross between here, just for people that, you know, may work here. And that's fine. And for, you know, local delivery and stuff like that. We just don't want it to be accessible in the same way that it was. That's the real goal. And then let's do that. Sorry to those people who live there. Let's actually upgrade this. So it'll at least be a little bit less loud. For until, let's say there, which I kind of deleted the house for that one, but still, it's okay. Delete that. And then that should start coming in pretty well. So we're going to need to, or we have the necessity rather, to connect back over to here, which that park will never leave, so that's good. And we don't actually need this anymore. So there we go. And this should clear out to where we can then actually turn this into a nice little shopping area that we can say that we've converted from, you know, nice dirty industry to what it will become. And we'll even use this area too, which I really hope they input. Okay, they did put houses right on that. Sorry guys. I want to pretend that I'm relocating them and they're going to be happy about it. It makes me feel a little bit better. So let's have you come on through here. This doesn't need to be there. That's just dumb. Alright, so a lot like that. We will have 2 bits over here. But the thing is, this is going to be, of course, all of that. And then we can do more commercial along here, which, yeah, I mean, it's a little bit close to the houses, but at the same time, at least it's on like a main road. And, yeah, I think we're going to have a bit of an issue here with too much shopping, but we'll see how that goes as we get there. This we can fill into, not directly to the road, but a little bit closer is alright. And another thing I'd like to do here, I'd actually like to go ahead and upgrade this to these roads. And I'll actually be okay with that. I'll leave it to that. I just don't want people parking as you come in. I think that's a weird decision to make for sure. So there we go. Alright. Not too shabby. So that's making its way in. That's great. That's what we want to see. And let's see, we have, I mean, I probably could do this as well. There we go, for if they want to start doing that. And now we are going to do probably something that either will make them very happy or very unhappy. I'm not sure which one yet. We are going to destroy all of this industry. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give them a way to drive over to the other area. Or not to drive over, but to commute over. So I'll make some sort of public transport that means they can work over on the other side nice and easily without having to you know, give up their, you know, job or whatever it may be. Now I don't have any sort of, yeah, like thing for processing. I could put down this and start processing some, but yeah, I mean, it's still questionable. Let's see if we can start emptying it over there at least. Okay, no, that's fine. I didn't even know you're still over here. There we go. So we got those out of the way at least. And then we can start, you know, slowly incorporating some more normalcy into this area. So we can't go too close because of this, but we can get to about there for now. So that's a start. We can kind of fill in that area. So yeah, all of this should be transferring over to here pretty well. So that is good at least. And then we're going to want... let's see, what do we want here? Just kind of thinking if I want to, you know, start turning a little bit more things over or whatever I might want to do. Okay, yeah, we're going to want to go ahead and start some bus lines, that's for sure. So yeah, there's no buses for now, that makes sense. We're actually going to start that just there. That'll be the go-to point, and then we're going to have the bus lines start let's say literally just there. We can go into Laurel Hills, but we'll stop here. Have a bit that goes through here. We'll go here, back to here, and then we will, actually no, don't even have to do that. We can just come back and connect over here. That's pretty good. Let me just double check. Okay, I thought I got an alert about a storm, but we're good. We're good. So there we go. That's fairly nice. In fact, I could add another stop right there. And then from there we can do something like this. We can get them a little close. Yeah, just being able to have, you know, people being able to get kind of to both places this way. That's sort of what I'm aiming for. Multiple stops that will then converge with the other stops, which will then get them to other places of the where they may want to be. Like for this one, we have that. So let's say we are going to have one that starts here, comes over to maybe that park. It can go back to, let's say, here, because we'll probably add stuff within here very soon, eh? And then here, we can wrap around this way, come back through here, and then loop back together. Oh wait, no. We can loop back through here and then come back that way. And since we have a stop there, we can do that, that. I don't mind making some longer stops here, longer routes, just due to how this is all kind of like the ability we have to set this up that way. So there we go. So that's not too bad. We'll hopefully empty that and be able to, you know, move it over where it needs to be within due time here. But yeah, so this is going to be the new busy area. We don't have to worry about it over here as much. We can worry about just, you know, having housing here, and that's what it should have been all along. So there we go. We can do that. We can actually come in here and have some more commercial along to there. We can actually come in with, you can do like the smaller brushes, like so, and then we could, you know, kind of just nicely do a little organic area here. So we don't have to, like, you know, fully commit and go crazy to it, but we have the ability to at least make like a little section that's good for ourselves and the, I guess, environment as well and all that good stuff. So let's delete that, because we don't really want that there. We'd rather have some housing, and we won't go all the way to there just to avoid any unnecessary, I guess, pollution or interaction or whatever it may be, noise pollution. And then we can actually now already go ahead and fill in these bits, which is fantastic. And then we have the ability to put in a nice little park there. We could put in a botanical garden if we want to somewhere. I love these things. They're probably my favorite kind of little park in the game. Maybe we could even, we can fit in right there, real pretty like. So there we go. And there we go, we're a big town. So we now actually have high density in offices, which is great because we're getting more kind of need for in industry. So I'm going to kind of suffice that with office jobs. And we're going to see if we can make some well-educated people to make that, you know, a little bit more feasible. We'll even do some high-density housing. And then let's put some offices around here. Offices can buffer this area for the meantime, which is fantastic. We have buses to take everyone across the city, so that's a good thing. We don't have to worry about anything too much in that way. Let's do that. So that's all taken care of there. We'll do this, and then we can maybe even see if we can fit it in doing that. And I think I could even get it there, actually. We'll see if that works. And now this is getting somewhat empty. This is getting, that's 100% full. That's very close to full. So we're just having a bit of a, really it's just a bit of a garbage issue in general because we don't have any processing until now. Actually, we have the incinerator. So it's not perfect. I mean, once I get the waste transfer facilities, that's much more my my go-to. But we have that for now, and that's going to help us tremendously. And we now have a university as well, which we have 2,000 people eligible. I see a great place here, and that is where we are going to put it. So let's say we could kind of come off of this road, actually. Perhaps with the same... Oh, an avenue with grass. That's a fun one. So we could kind of do that. Hopefully I put it where... Okay, it can be on this side at least. Let me actually come back in and then do this bit, like just straight on so it fits. Without having to twist it. So there we go. And then I can put it on the side that I kind of had preference to. So there we go. That should be a huge amount of happiness all the way, yeah, all the way to the corners. That's perfect. That's what we want. All right, we're perfectly popped there. We have a good amount of health pretty much everywhere. That's good to see. We could use a bit of elder care if we did so desire, and child care, which child care actually I could fit in here fairly nicely, and it's kind of like cute with the little avenue, so let's do that. It doesn't have to be like, you know, absolute perfection. It's just got to kind of be in the right vein, so that is good by me. And then we can add in some high density housing right here. Where that fell out, sure. So there we go. What a wonderful city you have. Your citizens are happier than ever. You gained 25,000 money. That's great. That's what we want. I'm going to assume that we've made them, or we've hit the 100 or the 85 happiness, yeah. So we just need more of that. We need a lot more organic and local produce specialization, but that's fine. That's not going to be that hard, to be honest. Population won't take too long. And then the parks, I mean, we've already got like most of it done to a degree, and I am going to still come in. I mean, dog park easy, of course. Makes sense. So we're going to do that. I'm going to replace that house. I apologize. And then we could even pop one in there. I'm not trying to just like quickly beat that one. It's just I actually do take kind of a big preference to having the dog parks because, I mean, if you, especially living in the city that like I live in, like we have tons and tons and tons and tons of people with dogs. I mean, I feel like more often than not, it's hard to find someone who doesn't own a dog. And, you know, dog parks are well loved because of it. So I just kind of feel like adding that in to see if that, you know, kind of makes some happy times. That's the goal ultimately. So there we go. Is this not enough workers? Yeah, not enough educated workers. So that is a good thing to note. So yeah, we don't have enough high school education over here actually. So let's go ahead, add that in. Elementary school we do struggle with as well, so we can sneak one in beside the puppy park. Alright, that's pretty good so far. We're doing, I think, pretty solidly. So that is good to see. Yeah, I ended up crashing in the end. That's a shame, but I don't know why I fully did that. I was about to reason it, but I had nothing. Let's actually go ahead and move this stop into here in front of the school, but we'll also add one in front of there too. So there we go. So now it's got a little place to go in and mingle and all that stuff too. We have metros now, which is pretty cool. I love a metro, which you will find out if you watch the other series that I'm going to be doing. And then really now it's just about getting more and more local produce and things like that, which we definitely have the demand. In fact, I mean, all of this has become the local produce, which is good. But I see, like, you know, we could probably come in through here, and then probably link up with that when the time comes. There we go. Actually, I could just go ahead and link it up now. Let's go ahead and give it a bigger road. In fact, I probably will end up upgrading all this to the large road at some point. It always tends to, or well, it typically tends to become a necessity after a certain point. Otherwise, you're just making yourself struggle for no reason. So there we go. We got that. Let's go ahead and... Okay, it's already in it, so that's perfect. There we go. So, we can go ahead and we'll do some large, or high density rather, back here. Commercial. We can space that with offices to there. And then on the other side, let's just do some high density residential. And same with back on this side. And I'll give like a little gap there. I can maybe like squeeze a little office in between. So there we go. That's going to come in pretty quickly and be all good, hopefully. We do need to pop that area a little bit. So one thing I might do, I might end up, we got some abandoned things here. We might end up doing a little bit in the way of, you know, all of this is not really happening for him, is it? Which unfortunately I don't have my mod that automatically bulldozes, so I've had to kind of do this by hand a little bit. I've not had to do it for a little bit now because I've made my city pretty happy. But yeah, there's still a little bit of a demand. This is like not enough educated workers, so it's all about education currently. And that is fun because we can... Education is something that we can really, hopefully, turn around. Can we fit in a public library back here anywhere? We can right there, and that's fine by me. So let's get some more people educated back here as well, while not poisoning them by the sewage or dumpster or whatever. Landfill, that's what they're called. Let's see. We can squeeze a school. Kind of want to find a place that it will help more area. I think right here is pretty good actually. So that'll help quite a bit of that area. Alright, so I'm going to end that one there for now. Just because I don't want to go for too much longer, because I'll just lose track of time and then everything will go downhill. But we're already up to 9,000 people. We're not doing half bad. And once we get a little bit more into this and get everything sort of leveled out, it's not going to take long to just start going crazy with it for sure. But yeah, we're going to add probably another entrance into the city from here to here. We'll make this a big old downtown, and it's all going to just be organic, I think. And we'll see if we can do, because we'll probably need it. We'll see if we can do maybe a cargo train. We need 10,000 people first, so we might be able to get that within some reasonable time. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. And we're a small city, so now we can do the trains next time. Great. But yeah, goodbye.